Hey, Mike G here on a Saturday, November 5. Very cold here in Portland. Um, I have three friends who are great writers from Kentucky, uh, Tommy Gaffney, Ron Whitehead, and this guy, Jonathan Treadway, um, who wrote this chapbook, Dirty Clay on Sunday Shoes. I had the honor of sharing a stage with him in Louisville last May for our friend Tommy's book release bash. And that was a lot of fun. Jonathan and I have a lot in common. We both wanted to be preachers for the Lord at one time, gave up that calling to be poets. I want to read a poem by him called In My Kentucky. So this is for you, brother Jonathan. In my Kentucky, the sky is wrapped with turncoat shades and hooded cobweb clouds. The vulgar, roving, and verdant landscape is dotted with sinkholes and ragged mounds of red clay where shadows linger. These confining years are drunk on the venom of restraint, where schizophrenic whims of winter confuse and stand like a mantle, where the arrows of disquiet, of bitter stitch, always hit upon their hunting target to the soundtrack of South Central pennyrile regional pride and shame. In my Kentucky, hometowns are jealous ex-lovers, sealed in their unforgiving, who sting you with the clap and claim they are pregnant when you're half out the door. In my Kentucky, superstition is colored as truth, and deadpan hesitation is a familiar game. The dead dig graves for the living, and most men bury their imaginations for a factory time card before the age of 21. Claimed by old-fashioned misery, they lose themselves in the hobby of counting the graffiti of time on their brows, and colors begin to fade amongst the fabric of lonely hills, where black heart glory blossoms, and common corpses sing bluegrass songs. The untilled fields yielding blooms of farewell, where the dross of dead ends and ghosted dreams, and Hell's Gate is shaped like Mammoth Cave. This backwards, wholly enticing, spirit-laced land has danced us into a room of bloated bourbon night, humming the songs of our fates. In my Kentucky, they praise the Lord down in deep tradition pastures, damned with an inert life, and girls pray with dirty hands with secrets that won't wash off their skin. And God is half Baptist and half Pentecostal and just a pinch Catholic. In my Kentucky, high school cheerleaders dipped snuff and whiskey perverted everything, even the teacher's breath, where the barber also farms tobacco, where underneath that fabled moon brothers become strangers, self-destructing, where the land wears darkness like a dog wags its tail, like a deacon wears a tie. In my Kentucky, like an old coat worn, my patience is hanged and rusting like an old hinge, 'cause it's hard to face some facts that one of these days this uncommon commonwealth is going to be the death of me, because it's harvest time in my southern decline, and my fields are all laid empty, and you know, the devil always whispers, there ain't no place like Dixieland in my Kentucky.